Hello, dear parents. Welcome to episode 2 of Awakening Parents to their God-given calling. In this episode, I felt led to remind parents that the enemy is after your children. The enemy wants to get your children's heart, and many times the enemy will get children's hearts through their parents. Now, you might be wondering, how does the enemy get children's hearts through their own parents? Well, there are many things which the enemy use in order to get children's hearts through their parents. And one of them which comes on top of the list is sin. When a parent is living a sinful life, then this parent won't be able to lead his children in the right path. Indeed, a parent cannot lead a child in the life he is not even living in the first place. It's impossible. This makes it easier for the enemy to get access to these children. Also, when a child is raised by parents who live a sinful life, then this child can easily adopt the behaviors of his own parents. For instance, let's say a parent is a drunkard, or a parent lives in adultery. The child can easily follow his parents' footsteps by saying that, well, my dad is a drunkard already, or my mom is a drunkard, or my dad is an adulteress. It's very easy for the child to follow his parents' footsteps. That's why it's very important for a parent to offer himself willingly to the Lord, so that the Lord can use him to lead these children in the right path. There is a scripture in Isaiah 54, if I'm not mistaken, Isaiah 54 and verse 13, and it reads, "All your children shall be taught by the Lord, and great shall be the peace of your children." I'm sure all parents, every parent wants to see his children happy. All parents want to see his children lead a victorious life, his children fulfilled in this life. And this can only be possible when a parent offers himself to the Lord, so that the Lord can use him to lead these children, so that the Lord can use him to teach his own children. So parents, remember, when a parent lives a sinful life, first of all, is a selfish life. And when someone is selfish, then all he thinks about is himself. So when a parent is living a selfish life, he won't be able to think of the consequences which this sinful life is going to bring onto his children. But the truth is that when a parent is living a sinful life, it has negative, very negative impacts on the children. And when the children follow the footsteps of their own parents, this is when generational curses come in picture, or generational evil patterns. The generational evil patterns begin with a parent who is worshiping another god, the parent who is living a sinful life, and then the children adopt the same behaviors, because that's what they grew up seeing. That's the culture they know. That's the tradition they know. So it's really important for a parent to keep in mind that all his actions will have either negative impact or positive impact on their own children. The other thing which the enemy uses to get the children's hearts through their own parents is through distraction. Well, even sin is distraction. Now, distractions look like when a parent is too busy to get involved in his children's life. There are some parents who don't even know where their children go to school. It's crazy, but these things really do happen. And what happens when a parent doesn't get involved in his own children's life, or a parent doesn't have time to speak to his own children and ask them how is life and lead them, this is when the enemy steps in and start convincing these children that they are not loved, their parents are not there for them, or no one cares for them. And when a child gets this picture in mind that he is not loved, or the parents are not there for them, is the beginning of living a rebellious life. This child is going to live a rebellious life because, first of all, he thinks that, well, my parents are not there for me. They abandoned me. So it's important also for parents, in as much as working is important, it's important for parents to make time for their children. It's important for parents to be there for their children. There are many children who suffer in this life because their parents are not there for them. Yes, they are present physically, but they are emotionally distant. Like they get bullied outside at school or even get molested. But because these parents are not emotionally there, they're not emotionally present, these children don't even feel the need to share their struggles with their parents, because children feel like no one is there to care for them. And this is when the enemy ends up getting his hands on these children, because he managed to convince children that no one is there for them. When a parent is not involved in his children's life, it's easy for children to be rebellious. So if you want your children to trust you, to know that you are there for them, please be there for them, not just physically, but emotionally. Be present to listen to their struggles, or to even listen to their achievement, their small achievement on daily basis. And the other thing which the enemy uses to get children's heart is distractions like electronic gadgets, the gadgets of friends. Now, I'm not saying that parents shouldn't care for their friends or they shouldn't hang out with friends, but there should be a balance between everything. A parent can hang out with friends, but always keep in mind that as a parent, there is a family, there are children who depend on you at home. So the call to action here is for parents to live a righteous life, follow the Lord, and offer themselves willingly to the Lord so that the Lord can use them to lead their own children in the right path. And if you want your children to live a peaceful life, then as a parent, please offer yourself to the Lord so that the Lord can use you. Also pray over your children. Pray for your children when they go out, when they come in, because it's not possible for a parent to be with his children 24/7. It's impossible, but we can rest assured that the Lord will be with them when they go out and when they come in. We have to pray for the Lord to keep, bad friends from our children, away from our children, because a bad company corrupts manners. So it's important for us to pray for our children so that they won't accept friends in their lives who are sent by the enemy to destroy their lives. And always let your children know that you are always there for them.